Welcome back, sports fans, to the only show that always goes for it on 4th and 2. I'm Kevin Cohen.
And I'm Chris Carr.
And today we're going back.
And forth.
On the gridiron, running back Shane Vereen led the Cal football team to victory as they posted their best Pac-10 performance of the season as they defeated Arizona 24-16 this past Saturday. The defense shut down Wildcat quarterback Nick Foles, sacking him 4 times, and Vereen filled it admirably for the injured Jahvid Best with 156 yards on the ground. Well, Chris, Cal looked impressive in their victory this past Saturday, but so did Stanford in their whipping of USC. So what do you see happening down at the farm this coming Saturday in the big game?
Well, Kevin, I really don't see good things for Cal, to be honest, because Stanford, when you look at their last 2 games against USC and Oregon,
Right.
and they've won both of those games. They're the only Pac-10 team to beat both of those squads. So, they're a really hot team right now. The only thing that I'd say is a potentially good thing for Cal is that Stanford could be experiencing an emotional letdown come this Saturday.
Right, and when you think about Stanford, you think about running back Toby Gerhart and redshirt freshman Andrew Luck. And when you look at Luck, he is a redshirt freshman, but he plays well beyond his years. And Toby Gerhart coming off an impressive 178-yard rushing attack on the ground against USC. So
that put him on the Heisman list too.
Right. And for Cal, I think it needs to start with the defensive line in this game. They need to get out early and often and really be physical with Stanford's offensive line and also the linebackers maintaining their gap integrity and stopping their rushing attack.
We move to women's basketball now, where the Cal Golden Bears started their season on Sunday with a decisive victory, 100-43 over Idaho State. They started a campaign to try to get back to the March Madness tournament later this year. So, Kevin, from what you can gather from just this one game for the Bears, what are your projections going forward for this team?
Well, Chris, you would expect with such a young team a lot of growing pains, but actually the freshmen really stood out to me. Denisha Stallworth, 17 points. Talia Caldwell, game-high 9 rebounds. Talking about Eliza Pierre and Lashia Clarendon. So really providing solid minutes. So what I really think this young nucleus combined with the senior leadership of Alexis Gray Lawson and Lauren Greif, it actually makes for a really nice blend that really bodes well for Cal this season.
I think that senior leadership is really key as well, like you said, because when you look at the schedule, it's not really an easy one for Cal. You've got Baylor coming up, and they've got that freshman Brittany Griner.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got a Pac-10 schedule that's no pushover either. The Stanford team that always is the perennial favorite in the conference. Right. And then you've also got an improved Arizona team. You played Arizona State pretty close a couple of times last year.
Right.
So if you're the Bears, it's a good start for sure, but there's definitely a lot of tests going forward. And now it's the segment that you've all been waiting for. Time to answer your emails.
It's mail time!
The first question comes from Adam. Kevin, what does the incoming women's lacrosse recruiting class look like this year?
Well, the Bears inked 8 recruits, highlighted by Teresa Lee, Megan McGinnis, and Lauren Gores, all of whom garnered national accolades. The second question is from Andy, directed to Chris. Even though the Bears won this week, if Cal loses to Stanford, how hot do you think Jeff Tedford's seat will be?
Well, honestly, with the administration, I don't think it's that hot because when you think about it, Cal's had its best success under Tedford, and who else are you going to get to replace Tedford? It would have to be somebody who's a little more fiery, but other than that, I don't think the administration is going to do much. The last question comes from Juliet. Kevin, how do you pronounce the name spelled C-U-T-U-R-A?
And yes, you're referring to the Croatian sensation and outside hitter on the 12th-ranked women's volleyball team, Hana Sutura. That's Sutura.
Well, that about wraps it up for this week. Thanks for your emails. Keep sending them to caltvsports@gmail.com. I'm Chris Carr.
And I'm Kevin Cohen. Make sure you tune back in next time to get your download for What's Up in Cal Sports.